GNT Sports Talk, episode 4, coming at you live. Thank you, everybody, for listening and viewing. We appreciate it, guys. We got a good episode for you. But today, I'm here with my boys once again. We got Joel.
What's going on, everybody? You already know. Let's get it.
And to my left, I got the Cowboy #1 fan, Tone the promoter.
What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? Let's go. Let's get it. Episode 4 of the way. Let's go.
And Larry.
It's MIA Larry.
Larry unfortunately had to work, but I will be taking care of the hosting today. But it's all good. We hope Larry's doing all right at work. Hopefully he's not killing himself too much. But Tony and I both know.
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
He's probably in the break room watching it live right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he watching this, right? He watching the intro. What's up, Larry? What up, boy?
Hey, Larry. How you doing? Well, we got a good episode for you guys. We're going to talk some NFL awards, who we think's going to win MVP and all that. But, Tone, you got your facts for us. Hit them, brother.
Let's go. Another edition of Tone Matter of Facts. And, you know what I mean? We're going to start off with, obviously, the NFL trade bug. Mr. Jonathan Taylor from the Colts. Boy, oh boy. This is getting good. Like, obviously, right before the season starts, they putting the pressure. It seems like Indy or Jonathan Taylor putting the pressure on Indy. Make something happen or put me on the pup list, put me on the show. They saying that, my sources is telling me that it's 6 teams involved, that's involved with this trade. They said 2 has actually put together a deal. They didn't disclose what 2 teams that was, but the Colts had until Tuesday, though. They got until Tuesday to either make him active or obviously put him on the pup list, making him ineligible for the first 4 games. Now, my question, though, about that is if you 2 know, or if anybody knows, say they don't put him, they don't trade him, they put him on a pup. And he has to miss those first 4 games. Can he still be traded in those 4 games?
I'm not too sure about that. I mean, they obviously. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't be able to.
I would think that he could still be traded.
Yeah.
Right now, okay. Now, if that's the case, obviously we don't really know. But if that would be the case, when he go to that new team, is he still under the pup? For that team.
I think he can get removed once he goes to the new team.
All right. I want to see if somebody can try to figure that out. But obviously, y'all know Thursday night was a preseason game. Oh no, actually, I'm sorry, not. It was Monday night. Monday night was the preseason game with Baltimore and Washington, and we all know what was on the line for Baltimore, who had the most, wins in a row in the preseason, which was 25. You know what I mean? And what's crazy in those 25 wins, right? That they won in a row, 5 of them was against Washington. So I was like, damn, they definitely knew how to make the schedule and who to put on that motherfucker when they wanted to get an easy win. But obviously the streak snapped. So that made me think like, damn, all right, yeah, that was a winning streak. Well, who has like the all-time like losing streaks? And you know what I mean? So the teams that I got for the losing season. So we're gonna go for the most losing seasons, consecutive losing seasons in a row from the 4 major sports. In Major League Baseball, it is the Pittsburgh Pirates. And they had 20 seasons before they was to take a L. They had a losing record, under 500. And that was from the years of 1993 to 2012.
Jeez.
The NBA, this is crazy. The NBA, right, is the Sacramento Kings. They stumped for 16 straight seasons, right, from 2007 to 2022. And obviously this year, doing what they finished, like, where they finished, 2nd or 3rd in the West this year? But no, yeah, they finished pretty high. They could have finished high in the league. And this year was the first year they made it since 2006. It's crazy, right? NFL, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they stumped for 14 straight seasons from 1983 to 1996. And in hockey, the Vancouver Canucks stunk for 15 years from 77 to 1991. So then that just made me even think about the most consecutive wins in a row in each of the four major sports. MLB, 1916, going back all the way back to 1916, 26 games was won in a row by the New York Giants. And I guess San Francisco was in New York before they moved to San Francisco. They was called the New York Giants. The NBA, LA Lakers, they had 33 straight wins in the 1971-72 season. NHL, Pittsburgh Penguins, 17 games, they won in a row. And that was done in the 1993 season. And NFL was the New England Patriots. That boy Tom Brady, man, he all over everything all the time, right?
As long as I can remember.
21 straight games the Pats won, yo. So they ended. What was crazy about that was they ended. Obviously, they finished the 2003-2004 season on a 15-game winning streak, including a Super Bowl victory over the Carolina Panthers, right? Then coming in the start of the 2004 season, they won their first 6 games of the year before taking the L. Like, that's crazy, right?
That's not easy to do.
No. Like I mean, obviously the 15. So I think I thought about it or calculated that they had won their last 12 regular season games to finish the season. They even won that last game of the year when they probably had they triple backups in. You know, they still won that joint, right? And then ran through the playoffs and then started off the next season with 6 straight. Like, that's crazy, man. But speaking of crazy, I got a crazy fact about the NFL that I never knew. I don't know if y'all two did, but I never knew. And it has to do with the MVP award. Do y'all know that a kicker has won the MVP award?
No,
I know we joke. I know we sometimes like joke, and shit about like if we in the NFL, we in a draft or whatever, we're gonna draft a kicker, stuff like that. But a damn kicker by the name of Mark Mosley, and he played for the Washington Redskins. I'm sorry, the Washington Redskins. He was
the Commanders.
Just say Washington.
The football team.
The Commandos. I don't know, right? A team located in Washington. He was voted the NFL MVP in 1982, becoming the first and only kicker to ever receive the award. But that's not even the end of it, y'all. He only played.
How? That's what I was going. How exactly did he stand out to win this award?
These quarterbacks and all his offensive players better be ashamed of themselves.
Yo, I'm gonna start off with just one thing.
Dirt on somebody.
Yo, he had to. Listen. My man only played. Oh, Dan Snyder, was he the owner in the '82?
Yeah.
Dan must have been smashing somebody. He was going to tell.
He must have caught. He walked in at the wrong time. Was like, oh man, you gonna have to pull some strings or something.
He said, "Yo, this guy's gonna have to be MVP." Yo, he only played.
I need to hear his stats. He must have hit like an 80-yard field goal or something. Something crazy.
Something.
Man. He only played in 9 games that year, yo.
How did this happen?
How is that even possible?
He only played.
Those runner-up trophies that they're giving away now. The participants.
A quarterback can be hurt multiple weeks and not get it. But
listen. He played 9 games, right? He was 20 for 21 in field goal attempts. He was 16 for 19 in extra points for a total of 76 points that year. I do not know how this happened, right? So I said, hold on, wait. He obviously, you win an MVP, that means you're the best player amongst players, right? Right? So I said, all right.
Been all game winners. Every single field goal was a game winner.
Yo, I said, let me go back to like maybe some notable league leaders that year, right? I said, damn, who was the top quarterback, as far as in passing or whatever? The boy Dan Fouts.
Okay.
The boy Dan Fouts had 2,883 yards. That was top in the NFL that year, right? And then he had 17 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. I'm like, not even. NFL running back leader that year, some guy named Freeman McNeil. Never heard of him. 786 yards. There wasn't even a 1,000-yard rusher that year, y'all. 786 led the league in rushing that year. Then I said, all right, who was catching the rock? Somebody, I know Jerry Rice wasn't in the league yet, but somebody had to be catching the ball. Dwight Clark led the league with 60 receptions. I said, God damn. He had 913 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns. I'm like, nah. And that's pretty much it, man. They had a couple, I think the boy Everson Walls had maybe 7 interceptions that year. He probably, if anything, won Defensive Player of the Year, but I guess that wasn't enough to also win MVP. But yeah, kicker in 1982 was awarded the MVP awards, and I just gave you maybe, I guess, his competition. Yeah.
It must have been the MVP of the kickers. They probably had an award for every position.
No, it was the year, man.
I'm not convinced. I'm gonna look that.
You gotta look it up.
I'm gonna check that one up. That's crazy.
Yo, please do.
I'm telling you.
Please do.
He walked in on
That's an
Snyder.
embarrassment.
He walked in on Snyder and was like,
yo, please Google that, y'all, right now, please.
That is crazy.
That is a fact, man. I said no way. I said I gotta end with that one, man. That was hilarious.
Yeah. That okay. All right.
That was a good one, man.
That was good. Oh God.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that. Thanks, Tom, for the.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to. You know what? I'm gonna try to dig something like that up every week, just something crazy, like something. I'm like, I said, what a kicker? What? And just like you said, what did he? 20 for 21 in field goals.
Yeah, I know you triple checked that too.
So look,
you just took the first answer, bro. You was like checking.
Yeah. So look, here's the next thing about it. I even checked his stats through his career, right? The very next season, he had 161 total points in kicking. Like he had way more extra points made. He had way more field goals made. But with the black eye on that was he probably missed about 16 extra points, and he probably missed about 15 field goals. But it was a lot of attempts. You know what I mean? And like I said, he had 161 points though that year. Like I know that had to be like high amongst kickers. Like, but
we gotta check out.
In that
we gotta check out the other kickers, man, because he probably was like the best kicker out of
that year. You know what?
That would make sense. They're like, oh my God, look at this kicker, his leg, like
his
like I don't know this, bro.
Look, his kicking percentage was 95%.
This makes sense.
So you're telling me we're dealing with the Tom Brady and Peyton Manning debate in the 80s, but it's kickers.
Yeah.
This guy, yeah. Oh, yeah, he must have had a leg of gold out that job, man.
Look at him go. What the hell's going on?
I mean, I get
Look at him go. He kicked 21 field goals. He kicked 21 field goals. That was how many? 4 games?
Probably was a lot. Back then,
I was gonna say, like back then, I mean, there was
like
really not a lot of offense. I mean, you get
this time.
That was back when you could hit people and everything, man. That was all about defense back then.
It's about killing people, right?
Yeah, I guess so. All right,
yeah, he was 20 for 21, 95%. I guess that was the high in the league. I guess I don't know.
It had to be.
That's it.
Okay. The next best part was like 5 for 10 or something.
Right.
All right. He was an overachiever of the slot.
Oh man, side note, the Phil's now 8-5 now.
Oh jeez. Way to just drain the life out of that stadium. Okay.
But no, man, this next topic gonna bring us back, man. Come on, let's bring it back to the next topic.
Bring it back. All right. Well, that was matter of facts with Tone. Appreciate that, Tone. Man, that was good. Well, this is gonna be I guess a short topic maybe, but we wanted to talk about with you guys, and that's the situation going on with the Sixers and James Harden. far as I know, last thing I heard, he got a $100,000 fine for his comments about Daryl Morey or something like that, and calling him a liar. Calling him So where was he at? Was that his? Was that his own like gym or something?
He was in. I believe it was overseas.
He's in China, I believe.
China. Doing some type of promotion, and at the end of during the end of that event, or the discussion, he chose to answer it that way. You know what I mean? And then they walked off. The most awkward thing is they was all cheering like they knew what the hell he was talking about.
Well, no, but China, they don't like Daryl Morey. You know what I mean? Right. For what he did a couple years ago, what he said, what he did, whatever, a couple years ago. So they got a gripe with him in here. So him double down saying that was funny to me. Like he knew he would get a response. He knew he would get some cheers of love, whatever. But obviously, man, allegedly, what all this is stemming from is that not the year we got him, after the season that we got him, right. Morey supposedly talked to him and told him, "Hey, man, take this player-friendly deal, so we could save $15 million." So right. Right. And then he said he would max him out at the end of this year.
Right.
Supposedly they said that conversation came back up in December, like right around Christmas time. And I guess Morey must have told him like, hey, no, we're not gonna be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like we're not maxing you out. And remember the Sixers played on Christmas. We played against the Knicks. Reports come out that at the end of the year, James Harden is thinking about signing with Houston. For somebody from his camp supposedly leaked this, right? So that's when the tension started. And now, to me, it all makes sense now as far as like his play in the playoffs. So now it's like Morey, I guess, went back and told him, "We gonna trade you since we ain't gonna give you the money." You know what I mean? So now that's why, because so everybody thinking like, yeah, well, so why did Harden signing that signing the player option? He did mess up doing that, but he did it because he's in his mind, he like Morey's going to trade me. So I still want to play for this $35 million and not go get a Westbrook deal if I don't sign it, because James Harden's not on the market. Nobody's looking for this dude. So you know what I mean? Then now he's thinking, I can't let this 35 walk. So let me sign. Let me sign on the dotted or option.
And on that contract, if I'm not mistaken, he gets more money if he does get traded. It's like some type of stipulation in there. He gets, I want to say, 5 or 6 more million if he gets traded. So it's like a team-friendly thing, but it's some type of clause like that I came across that he actually gets more money if he does get traded to a different team, even though he signed that 1-year deal. So that was another motivating factor for him to sign that.
To sign that deal, right. And then I guess it got nasty once the reports came out that we were no longer, actively shopping. And then he want to go. Like I said, he's over there, and he said what he said. That when he even comes back, the relationship is beyond repair. And then another wrong thing, an emotionally thing he did was obviously say that over there, and then you unlock the investigation. That's why I say allegedly, because apparently it came out that there was really no conversation, or there's no recorded or maybe messages of that agreement. So they ruled it all out. But that's how Daryl Morey is. It seemed like he that kind of bull. He make all these backdoor deals, and then he don't cash out on them. And Harden.
I think it's a thing though, all through the NBA. You just got some people.
Right.
Had we made it to the finals with the team,
this wouldn't have been a thing.
They could have justified re-signing them and giving them that max. Look, we made it to the finals. Let's give them the max.
Try to do it again.
Let's build the team and run it back. But the fact that this guy disappeared, it was like he was there and then he wasn't there. Like that's what I was saying. The stadium, like, you know what I mean? So,
and that's why I was saying, I think that was purposely done, man.
Listen, I thought for sure we had this conversation on the side. I thought for sure he probably called a few of his people and was like, look, I'm not making over 6 or 7 assists a day. I'm not making over 12, 15 points a day. Take the under on all. I thought it was a whole other thing. But now, all this is coming about. Because, I just, like, you got players that have great games like he had and then have okay games. But he looked like someone that never played an NBA game. And, these games. It was like, what the hell is going on? Dude, he had like 8, 9 turnovers in the first half. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So it was like a player
too. Like,
yeah, it's a player to that magnitude, and it's like you're not making those dumb plays like that, man. I'm not. You just trying to make it look like it was a mistake, but it was just to me it was obvious. I don't know. I was losing my mind. I mean, you guys know how big of a Sixers fan I am. But
you know what, man, you know what it is, man. I do believe, man, that for whatever reason, Sixers we just haven't had good luck with players, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
just the Andrew Bynum thing. Like,
yeah, it's even if we get names and they just don't turn out, to what they once was. We always get like not so much a has-been, but maybe somebody who used to be good, and then we get them at the tail end of their prime. Like James Harden, man, he was a player. Think about it, yo. And think about this. His game starts right. Hold on. Hear me?
Yeah, right here.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right. His play started diminishing when they stopped calling them fouls for him. Because remember, he actually led the league. He led the league in free throw shooting attempt 7 years, yo. 7 years. Like, yo, I'm not saying that that's unheard of, but from a perimeter player, seven years in a row, he was just drawing fouls. So now that makes me think about, like, all right, yeah, he was a great scorer. I'm not trying to sit here and try to take that away from him.
Right.
But a lot of his shots or his scoring came from the free throw line, yo. And he did hit a lot of threes too. He hit a lot of threes in his career. I think he actually in the top 5. I think he's top 5 all the time. 3-point make it. So. But yeah, man. Once they took that away, man, his game started declining. His points per game went down. He's definitely a 22-10 guy, and that's not bad. That's not bad, to have a player average that. But it's bad when we was used to him getting 32 and 12 or something like that, and it being a bigger effect. He's just not the same player, man. And then he's just acting like, come on, bro. This 3 years in a row with 3 organizations you just don't want to play for no more.
Right.
How much longer do you think the league gonna take that, man?
Dude, I hate the word diva, but to me, I think it was Perkins that said it. Like, what other team you gonna be on that's gonna give you the opportunity to compete deep into the playoffs and possible championship team than staying here with the MVP, and now you got a new coach. So, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So you can't say it was Doc. You can't say it's Doc.
Before it was Doc. That's what they were trying to say.
Right.
There was an issue with Doc. They addressed that when they got Nick Nurse. Now we got a new coach. You got a league MVP. You got the first year under your belt, because that first, when he first got traded, it wasn't that.
It was half a season.
That long, half a season. So everything seemed to be working. Hopefully we get to grab some pieces, which we didn't. But at the end of the day, man, the disappointing thing for me is more of the fans. Like, you got a whole bunch of Sixers fans. What happened as soon as that happened? Then you got Embiid, doing certain things on Twitter and all this stuff. And then now it's like, dude, like, we talk about it at work, and I'm like, dude, we're going to be in for a rough patch when it comes to the Sixers, because that's the first thing this fall. Next thing you know, Embiid's going to want out, and you can't even blame him. That's the crazy part. You can't even blame him, because right now there's no even fixing the situation that we're in as an organization now with this Harden thing, and then it's going to trickle down to be now he leaves. Now you're not going to bring back an all-star. You know what I mean? The only thing that I kind of like thought about, I'm like, all right, if he leaves next year, we got 2 max contracts. You bring Siakam. He's from the same town as Joel Embiid, but is that enough? Is that enough to be a competitive NBA team, a finals team?
Perry with Maxey, you said? Perry with Maxey?
Yeah, Maxey and Siakam. Getting Siakam next year, I'm talking about.
Right.
I don't know if that's going to be enough for Embiid to stay here. And then I don't know what other player we could get with the other max contract. So it's like
so what I'm hearing
is a real ugly situation.
What I heard was that y'all you've been hearing that the New York Knicks thing, right? With Joel Embiid, right?
Heavy.
So they saying that's actually probably a thing that Daryl Morey is probably listening to. Right. And the reason why is because we don't have no draft capital, especially first round draft capital.
Right.
And the Knicks got a lot of it. And they saying they are willing to offer 4 to 5 of them for Joel Embiid plus players.
Yeah, so you got Quickly that played with Maxey.
And RJ Barrett, I'm hearing.
Yeah.
From Duke.
Right.
Right? So okay.
More Mitchell Robinson.
Okay.
The center. Emmanuel Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly. And another player, and then the draft picks. Right.
And
I don't think it was RJ Barrett.
It was RJ Barrett?
I don't think he was not the one that I saw.
Let's see. Yeah, I heard RJ Barrett might be if you know what I'm saying, if this becomes a thing, like a heated up thing, it's because if James Harden either leaves, holds out, whatever, who are they going to bring in? James Harden don't have no value. He don't have no value to bring in a superstar. So if we got to deal with
you decrease the value by doing what you just did.
Right, that too. Right. So we're going to get nobody. So now we're going to get a whole bunch of role players, and we're going to go from a 3 seed to a 6 seed. And Joel by trade deadline, Joel, I'm like, yo, get me the fuck out of here.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's nothing.
See, the only thing I don't like about that too, man. I mean, you could blame the organization, but at the end of the day, like I was saying, I feel real bad about true Sixers fans that live and die with this team. But more importantly, and I know it's a business, the same way Harden's fighting for his bread, but at the end of the day, you got teammates. So, the only thing I don't like about when things like this happen is, there's no team, hey, yeah, I'm about the team and I'm going to do this, do that. Which you could argue that he was about the team when he did the little
no, that wasn't really for the team.
But
that was for him. That was for him.
Compensated in the back.
Right. So he did right.
Now he's like, oh no, I don't want to be here. So that's what I'm saying.
So it wasn't for the team. You know what I mean? Because that's you know what I mean. That's
Daryl Morey, because right now
he gotta stop doing that shit, man.
Right. But if I'm Joel Embiid, business standpoint, do you think it's really a smart idea to max Harden out for 3-4 more years?
No.
It's not a good idea. I know you want him here. Everybody wants him here to run it back.
Yeah, but not at that extent.
It has to make sense for the team. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So at what point do players really look at that and say, all right, they can't do this. I understand why, but what's the situation? I think they just need to look at both sides, because this one's a unique situation where I would have loved to make the finals and give them a max deal, but I was really against it anyway, even if we would have made it to the finals, because of the fact that it's not a good investment. You know what I mean?
We'd had to win the finals.
Right. We would have had to win it, take care of them, and
then that'd have been just be like, all right, cool. Right.
Yeah,
all right,
cool. One and done.
You know what I mean?
But I think unless Maxey ends up becoming a super all-star player for us.
What, next year?
Yeah, stick a fork in us, man. I mean, we back to rebuilding and Joel's.
No, I mean, but look, I don't even think even if it was I don't think it's enough with just even if Maxey does come out next year and shine and be an all-star type, have all-star type, season. I still don't think him and Joel is enough.
No.
Just him and Joel. Harden could have been that guy. Just could have been here for the blossoming of Maxey. You know what I'm saying? Maxey could have been the number 2. He could have been the number 3. A solid situation just like he was in Brooklyn. That's what's making me think. What does this guy want? What kind of situation does he really want to be in? Like, I don't get it.
I know Perkins called him out. He said, "Look, man, this dude obviously doesn't want to win. It's more about the money." He called it straight up like that. He said he don't want to put in the necessary grind with a decent team like the Philadelphia 76ers playing with Embiid and what he has here, and he'd rather go to LA where, dude, the Clippers in the same situation. You got Kawhi doing
a worse situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's even worse. So why would you want to go specifically to that team? It's mainly because of the money, the lifestyle, and all that stuff. So you really don't want to win.
Mm-hmm. Yup. And Daryl Morey, man, and that's why. And you think we can look back, man, of that trade that Indiana had on the table, man.
Oh man,
no,
the
Indiana.
Halliburton. I would have went young. Imagine us having Halliburton, Maxey, and Embiid right now, and
Sabonis too. I think they said Sabonis was supposed to be in.
I don't think he was part. Oh man, he was just
locked in. He was just locked into James Harden. He did not listen to any other deals that was on the table, though. He was just locked into James Harden because of their relationship that they had in Houston. Whatever that was, it trumped all of any other deal that was thrown at the Sixers for Ben Simmons. Man. I even heard that maybe even CJ McCollum could have been a thing. You know what I mean? In Portland. But he was just so locked in on James Harden, man. And look, you back in the Ben Simmons saga situation with now James Harden.
Yeah. And I wonder all this money that they're finding him, he's going to end up doing that. The same thing Ben did, because Ben got the majority of that bread.
That $100,000, yeah. That the player association already filed something on that. Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they trying to get that back.
Put it out there, but it's really no type of whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, because that's what he said. They like, damn, how you get fined just for him saying you're a liar? Yeah. And then they saying they didn't find no evidence of this agreement, so he gonna get that money back. League just tried to maybe they try to throw that out there to try to shut him up, so he won't say anything else. You know what I mean? Like, look, man, keep your fucking mouth closed, yo.
Right.
Maybe that was a warning shot. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Try to be professional a little bit. I mean,
but that's the thing. Like me and Tone was just talking about it. Like the possibility of you getting traded before, we were already getting offered nothing. What do you think that just accomplished? Now you know what I'm saying? The people that wipe the floors with the towels over, like,
yeah, right.
I don't know what you want. Like, you just drop the value, like, of all that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know.
Teams ain't gonna be like, we ain't giving up. All right, we give you this Pepsi and this cooler Gatorade. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a bad situation.
And a pack of bubble gum.
Right. Like, we're not. Come on, James Harden, man. You messed it up for us and yourself, bro.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Right. Well, hopefully they can.
And I usually side with the players all the time, but this time, man, it's bizarre. It's bizarre as shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's real bizarre. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I just got my damn James Harden jersey too.
Wow.
He started acting goofy.
Now you're about to go burn it, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm gonna wear that thing with pride.
Yeah. They gonna be killing. They don't take that shit off. Man, he's a nut, man.
It still ain't worse than a Ben Simmons jersey. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. I know, right? Right. Yeah, that dude, man. He don't even want to play basketball no more.
I'm surprised he hasn't did like a trolling thing about the Harden thing. Like,
but because you know why? Like, you know why? You know why? Because he did a trolling joint of himself. Did you see what he did? So apparently, apparently on his IG, he's been putting up pictures of him, I guess, in the weight room, like he's been, getting in shape. He's ready for the upcoming season and whatever, this and that, right? So there's one picture. Yeah, there's one picture he posts. I guess he's like probably doing shrugs. He got some dumbbells in his hand, so his arms a little cut up. But then I guess he put that on his IG. But then a couple days later, he tweeted it, I think. But he he must got an app on his phone where it made his arms bigger. Like they were a lot bigger. And they was like, bro, don't you know you posted the real picture 2 days prior? Like, obviously, it's people that watch the net like that, bro. Like, so they pointed it out, put them both side by side. I'm like, yo, what is Ben Simmons doing, man? Like, he's just like in the lab, ready for next year, this and that. Like, bro,
dude,
it's over, man. It's over.
Dude, when I tell you, I was a huge Ben Simmons fan supporter, and I never went from extremely being high on someone and liking the person. Like, dude, like, I don't know. This guy, I cannot stand that dude, bro. Like, oh my God, man. I hear his name, bro. I get sick. I get sick.
You cringe, yeah. Right,
dude,
because of all the potential.
Listen, Game 7 at the Wells
Atlanta,
Center, Atlanta, Father's Day. I buy 4 tickets. Me and my 3 sons, we go there and I see him do that dumb shit and pass the ball to Max to Thibault. And I'm just sitting there like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, he was scared, man. He was a scary dude, mental, man.
Dude, I was saying it before, man. That dude has the biggest kangaroo balls ever, bro, with the shit that he does and the shit that he talks about, the shit that he posts. Even after we lost and he posts, dude, he's insane, bro. I can't stand that dude.
Yeah, man. God. He was such a waste of talent that we took, man. That just didn't amount. He just didn't want to. It seemed like he didn't want to get better. You know what I mean? Like he just made the NBA. He was cool with doing what he was doing his first couple of years. Being talked about. It was like once he made the All-Star team, it was like you couldn't tell him nothing. And he didn't want to get better.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, bro. Then I gotta see these off-season workouts where you shooting fadeaway threes, step backs, and you hitting all these jump shots. But then the upcoming season, you do none of that. What is that? What is that?
Dude, I think that dude has a huge mental block, bro.
Yeah,
like
it
when it
has
comes
to
to
be.
the games.
With the actual game, right?
I mean, like obviously I never played nowhere near a professional level, but I played organized sports. And you got some teammates like that will kill it during practice. And then during the game, they like just freeze up or tense up or fold or whatever. And you just like, I think that's, obviously he's a great athlete as far as, getting to the NBA and stuff like that. But I think
he was one of those kind of players.
Yeah, when it comes time for the big games and making it count, like when the games don't count, he'll post up a triple-double with ease. But now when the game's supposed to count and you need him to come through, like he's just rather not be that guy. Like, I don't know. It's just it's the weirdest thing with me, man. With him.
Well, yeah, that was great.
Weird.
Larry chimed in and he said Tone hated Ben more, Joel.
He said what?
He said he said Tone hated Ben Simmons more than Joel.
Yeah, he hated.
Yeah. No, well, yeah. I all right. So yeah, I wasn't like I was high. I was high on him as far as like what he could have been, with his team.
Right.
But like, what I mean, year 2, year 3, then after that Boston series, I'm like, yo, this dude don't want to shoot the ball. So I'm like, he's no Robin for Joel, being Batman. Like he's not that guy. He's the third guy, if anything, right? He could have been the third guy. But I'm just like, they keep praising this dude, they was loving him. Like he the reason why we don't have Jimmy Butler anymore. Well, Jimmy Butler would have stayed here. If it wasn't because fucking Ben Simmons, he's an anomaly. He's an anomaly.
Brett Brown was basically a family member coaching him. That's
right,
what it was.
Right.
He knew him
It was
since he was a young pup. So
it was like he couldn't play without the ball. Just had no part on the court without the basketball. But Jimmy Butler was a great point forward. And he's taken, even though they didn't win, he came up short this series, but he's taken the team to the NBA Finals twice, man. You don't think he could have done that with fucking Joel Embiid? And we could have possibly won one. You know what I'm saying? You know, in the positions we were in. And we still would have had Maxey. Like, come on, man. Like, it's Ben Simmons fucked this team up, man. Yeah, so that's why I will forever, just like Joel, hate that fucking dude, man. Like,
dude,
for real.
I don't wish injury on nobody, but I hope both of his knees fall off while he's running. Like that dude is just, man. Like I said, man, he just has the biggest kangaroo balls ever, man. With the shit he says and posts, and I just hate that dude, man.
Yeah, well, back in the lab.
All right, next topic, man. This thing is dragging.
Yeah, let's move on. We're gonna do some early award predictions for you guys. We're gonna go around, talk about who's gonna win who. Larry did not send me who he thinks, but us three got ours. Do you guys want to start with MVP, or you guys want to start somewhere else?
We could say, you know what, like maybe going a little order, maybe like the rookies first.
Okay. Yeah, let's do the
players.
Okay.
And do the NFL, do maybe Coach of the Year before MVP. And then we're ending with MVP.
I got you. All right, well, let's start with the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Who do you think? Can't wait to hear this.
Okay. Where we at? Rookie Offensive MVP. Now, this is only based, and I know I probably should rethink it, but no, I'm going to say it because this was first came to my mind. And this is thinking if the coach just say, all right, Jonathan, you can get your money, man. Here you go. I believe Anthony Richardson could be, he could be the MVP. You know what I mean? If he has that running back, because JT gonna open up the passing game. Right. Yeah, he's gonna go to some learning curves, and he got a nice little receiver in Pittman. I think, like I said, that's only if they keep JT. If not, my 1A would be Stroud from Texas.
Okay. Larry's actually chiming in on the comments, and he's got Robinson, the running back from Atlanta, to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Bijan. Yeah.
He's only the favorite. Good pick.
Yeah, he's the favorite. Yeah, he's the favorite, but I don't like that because they got a rookie quarterback too, don't they? They're gonna be putting the heat all on.
Second year, I believe.
They're gonna be putting the heat all on them. It's gonna be rough. He gonna get some carries. He's gonna get a lot of carries, that's for sure.
For sure. I'm gonna go running back, but it's not Robinson. I'm saying Gibbs from Detroit.
That's where I'm going. That's why I said Detroit. That's where I'm going. But I just like that team, man.
Yeah.
I like the team structure around the player. Not that I don't like Bijan, but I think if you go back and look at how many touches Swift had and what's his name? He went Jamal Williams. Mm-hmm. And how many touchdowns he had. And now you got Gibbs with all those opportunities. I think it's crazy that a lot more people don't actually think that Gibbs can outperform Robinson.
And what's good too for him is that I don't care what people want to say about
a running team.
Yes. But I don't care what people want to say about Jared Goff. He's a veteran quarterback. He knows how to play the game. If you leave something open for him, he's going to hit it. So they're going to hit that. That opens up the run game. So that's only perfect. I like that pick for y'all. I do like that too.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say it last week, but one of my hated players to not pick in the fantasy is Montgomery, because I think Gibbs going to take the number one spot in the middle of the season.
Right.
So to me, it's Gibbs for me all the way. And plus, I mean, my 1A, whoever had Gibbs, and I know me and Joel were thinking the same thing. I was thinking the wide receiver from Seattle, Smith, from Ohio State.
Right. He just got a little surgery with his hand.
Yeah, I heard
So
they're
he's supposed
hopeful.
to be ready, but
yeah,
he's supposed to be ready.
All right, now who's the other wide receiver, rookie wide receiver?
The other one they're high on is Flowers.
Zay Flowers and Johnson from the Chargers.
Right. What is it?
Quentin Johnson.
Johnson, yeah.
Now, okay. Now, just think about them wide receivers, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be behind the receiver for who'd you say?
Baltimore.
No. Seattle.
Chargers?
He's behind DK he's behind DK
Lockett.
and
DK and Lockett, and you got now as the tight end.
And so Noah Fant over there now. So okay.
Yeah, he was part of the Denver trade.
So to think about like his stats being rookie, they would have to be better than
right.
You know, he'll be in that 40, 50 reception maybe probably department. Is that enough? You think that would be enough for rookie of the year?
Right.
Nah.
Given, like I said, those other just whoever they are, they may get a little bit more targets than homeboy.
That's true. But all right, let's head over to the defensive side. Defensive rookie of the year. Who we got? I think it's obviously two players for me. I mean, it's.
I hate to be a homer.
I think you're the same thing, bro. I think you're thinking the same thing.
I hate to be a homer, but you can't ignore everything that's coming out from like Lane Johnson, Fletcher Cox. I mean, is everywhere, and I mean,
the two preseason games, the little time he had,
I can't see him not winning it. I mean, barring injury or something like that.
Now, I will say Carter, but the other player I had in mind was Will Anderson Jr. from Texans. That's who I was also looking at.
That's who I think will possibly win it. Only because of DeMeco Ryans.
Yes.
Only because it's DeMeco Ryans. You know what I mean? He's a defensive minded coach. I know he's probably gonna work with that ball, man. He gonna turn him into a monster, man, coming off that end, man. Obviously sky's the limit for ball. I like that situation for him. My one day would be that dude who played in Philadelphia. But anyway, but Will Anderson is my pick though. You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, it was just
Listen, he can have it. Yo, we play y'all twice. I don't care. Long as we chip, you know long as they chipping, you know what I mean? Long as we chipping him when he comes up, well, you know what I mean? You can dominate the whole other 14 game. I don't care about that. But it's two that I'm worried about. That's it.
Larry has Jalen Carter as defensive rookie.
Yeah, sure he does.
He said two, not Ozzy.
Yeah, sure he does.
He said Jalen Carter and 1A.
I'm surprised.
That's what Larry would just say.
I'm surprised y'all ain't had y'all possible backup as rookie of the year too. Who's the backup? Y'all backup quarterback? Who's your backup quarterback? What's his name? Webster or something like that?
Who?
Who's the Eagles' third string?
Oh, McKee.
McKee. There you go, McKee. Yeah, I thought y'all would have said he would have been. I thought y'all would say he'd have been rookie of the year since y'all want to go homers and all that.
Because we got the MVP playing.
Yep.
But still, is that because y'all just pick on Philadelphia for everything?
We'll get to that at the end.
Okay. All right,
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
All right. Well, outside of the rookie, let's go offensive player of the year. Who we got for just offensive player of the year?
Man.
No, I honestly have three people in mind.
Yeah, I mean, I only got really one, only for obviously the reason why. But full season with this team, I think it's going to be Christian McCaffrey.
That's one of them I had in mind.
Yeah, he's definitely one that I was thinking about for sure.
I was
Just
thinking
because, just the short period of time how they were already utilizing him. I mean,
Yeah, boy's a talent, man. He's a fucking talent, yo.
right.
And like I said, this training camp is big. I believe, man. For people and players, man. Coming to a team that you never played, for coming in the middle of the season, yeah, they gonna welcome you with open arms. You got the talent to play and fit into probably any system. But when you get the camaraderie of them guys in camp, man, y'all battling it out. Y'all really in the trenches. You know what you like to do. They know where you're gonna be at. When you get all that, man, it helps you, during the season. And I think that with him this year, I think bar injury with him too. He be getting nicked up, sometimes. If he could play a full 17, 16 games, man, yeah, I like him to go off this year.
Yeah, I mean, CMC was one of them. I was thinking Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
with Burrow. I mean,
listen, I like Jamar Chase. The only thing, and it's going to kind of, because I took him in my fantasy. He has my first pick. But the only not worry, but I mean, you got Higgins and you got Boyd, and, and Burrow's already coming, had a little slight injury heading into the season. But I just don't know if he'll get like that value. You know what I mean? I hope he does. Shit. But
yeah.
I mean, if he wasn't injured last year, man, he would have
had over 100 catches.
He would have been up there. Yeah, easy. And there's so much on the same page. Right. So I think just that receiving core kind of like hinders him from having like that Justin Jefferson season. You know what I mean? Like he did.
Right.
Because it's, you know what I mean? He's always drawing the number one DB. So these other guys are getting, or they're rolling help over the top, which way they were going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
Larry also agrees about CMC as well.
Right. He should. He has the first pick in the fantasy draft. I think that's who he's taking. He's a little biased there. No, but I think if he doesn't get hurt, I think it's going to be, I don't want to say easy, but he's just so talented. He's going to make it look easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah. The other guy I kind of had in mind, it was a little out there, but I think he's going to have another big leap this year. I was looking at Devontae Smith.
Right. Again, I just think with AJ on the other side,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
It's a little out there.
Remember, Goddard was a little injured last year too, so he's going to be back in full strength, But I mean, I don't think I think he'll be in the top 5.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go. Larry said no, Kev.
Yeah.
Screw you, man. You're not even here. All right, well, let's go to the defensive side. Let's look at defensive player of the year. I got mine, and I believe he's going to have – I believe he was nicked up too last year. But I think this year he's going to have a very solid year. I'm going with my my favorite Watt, Mr. TJ Watt over at Pittsburgh.
Decent pick. I like it.
I think he's going to lead the league in sacks this year.
Okay.
Oh man, trying to think here. Defensive side. Can't deny Parsons, man. Can't deny it. I like Parsons. I'm not even whatever. It is what it is.
Okay.
I like Parsons. I mean, they got some help too for a cornerback. So with Gilmore over there now, and obviously you got Diggs already there. But I just think that dude's putting in work, man. He's gonna bring it, and he's gonna be a problem. So
can't deny his talent no matter what jersey he wears.
Who do you have, Tom?
Oh, geez, let's think.
Yeah. I'm glad Joel went,
Right.
and he said that because I think that's who I was going to say, and not just because he plays for the Cowboys or whatever, but
nah, he's just talent,
I think this year, obviously you seen what he did when he came on the cusp, as a rookie, man. He built on that last season. I think the first 2 years, I will say I believe he hit sort of a wall towards the end of the year. Both seasons, definitely last year.
Conditioning, you mean?
No, not so much conditioning. I don't know, like not so much a conditioning where he was his sack usage was crazy. At the let's say just like the first 13 games. I mean, he's on fire. I think the last 4 weeks he might only had like 1.5 sacks. You know what I mean? It could have been the teams, maybe figured him out, and maybe he just didn't know how to adjust to that.
I mean, they probably
and he probably started getting double. Yeah, he probably started
locked them down and use that film.
But no, everybody not Lane Johnson though. So no, Lane do it by himself. You know what I mean? Like to get help. But I think he turns the corner this year, man. I think he turned that defensive corner to get that award. I think he wants. I think it's kind of like a Joel Embiid type of situation where he wanted to be the MVP. He set out for it. I think Micah. No, I haven't heard Micah come out and say I want to be the defensive player of the year, man. But I do think that's high and heavy, on his heart, and I think he get it. I think he get it, man, because of that.
I mean, I watched a few times that they were using Parsons for coverage linebacker as well. I mean, he did quite a lot against the Eagles, and it's kind of like a Hassan Reddick thing where he's a pass rush linebacker. He goes at the quarterback. He's not for coverage. I think that's kind of where you guys fell on that one too.
Right. Yeah, he needs his hand in the ground because he's quick on his feet as far as when he making a move going to the quarterback. And so he's semi-strong a little bit down there, John. He be tossing cats around a little bit too. You know what I mean? Knocking offensive linemen. So you know what I mean? Yeah. If he can keep his hand in the ground, man, or even just in that high stance and going after the QB, man, sky's the limit for that ball, man.
Yeah, agreed.
Right.
Larry, defensive player of the year, he thinks it's gonna be Myles Garrett.
G, long as you don't hit nobody in the head with a helmet, man, you good. Yo, that was wild, man. That was wild.
I was watching that game live, and that was crazy.
I mean, I don't know if I would have ever thought to do that, man. My man clocked me with the helmet, dog. I was like, I didn't see it all, man. Yeah, like
everybody knows what he's capable of. He just give you that look and grab it. You already know what's going on.
Was wild. That was wild, yo. That could have been assault, yo. Did they say boy tried to press charges or something?
I think so. I don't know.
That was crazy. But yeah, that's a good pick. Cause he's a beast, man. MG, that boy a beast, man. He will come off that edge through any tackle and I mean, get out of here, man. Get right to the QB. Boy's a monster.
Exactly. All right. Well, let's go to comeback player of the year. Not a lot that come in mind, except for one.
I don't know if you want to say like coming back from a down year or coming back from an injury.
Right.
Yeah,
they kind of do it for both.
Thinking about it earlier,
they kind of do it for both, I believe. But I mean,
and I couldn't really think of like anybody in particular. Like, okay, who maybe got hurt at the beginning of the year? You know what I'm saying? That missed it. I don't know if they can maybe. Do it? Is it normally an offensive player or is it defensive player? Maybe
it
normally goes to offensive, right?
Yeah.
Because if anybody who's gonna come back and I think have a good year would be the boy Chase Young. I think he's gonna come back. But again, I don't think they will do defensive. You know what I mean? But if I had to choose an offensive comeback, and I don't even know if they would even consider this a comeback, but I think he's going to obviously have a great year because he's a great player. And I would say Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? Just kind of how he ended the year with Baltimore, last year. That was kind of like, crazy. He got crazy. I think he got the best weaponry that he's ever had there, man. This year, yo. So
I hope so.
Baltimore, they should turn a corner this year, for real. They should turn a corner. And I mean, obviously they've been good. They've been relevant, decent team over there in the AFC. But I'm talking about like AFC Championship or Super Bowl, man. If Ball could play at a high level all season, man, Baltimore should be able to do that.
I mean, I hope so. We're going to talk about it a little bit later on with the fancy stuff, but fingers crossed on that one. But to me, the first one that came to mind was Calvin Ridley.
That's who I was gonna go with. But see, he was on a suspension,
right?
So I don't know if that necessarily because he was balling out before he went out.
Yeah.
And then
he was just doing some slick stuff.
He was trying to get that bag. That's it. He was trying to look out. But
right.
That's who I had him in mind. And then obviously the obvious, if he has remotely close to what he used to be, I mean, Russell Wilson should win it easily.
That was.
And then you got Jerry. Then you got Jerry Jeudy that also was hurt. So it's kind of like a double.
Yeah.
A double one there.
And he's got his running back too. He's getting Williams back.
Right. I mean, that's probably just because of the name, how big the name is, the position. If he has, 11 wins, 10 wins, and makes the playoffs, he might get it.
Who? Denver?
Yeah.
Denver.
I think Russell will get it. If they got to 10, 11
make
wins.
the playoffs.
And make the playoffs, I think that'll be enough.
Yeah,
Larry his numbers got to be,
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if they're 10 and 11,
like that interception, I mean, yeah. See,
yeah. Larry has Russell Wilson as comeback player of the year. So you and Larry are thinking the same thing,
right? I just think just the name and how he carries himself. He's the likable quarterback for the league and all that crap.
Last year was just like it was a head scratcher. Like what?
It was a disarray. They said from the beginning.
You got the NFL, everyone pulling for him except him, making plays.
Right.
John Elway about to come down and smack the shit out of him.
John ain't playing that,
man.
All right. Well, let's we got two more. Let's go Coach of the Year. Who we got for Coach of the Year? Mine is
who won it last year?
Giants head coach. I forget his name. I'm blanking on his name.
The ball. Dable. The ball, whatever. That ball.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's gonna be Dennis Allen, the head coach for the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, I think he's gonna turn that team around. I think they're gonna win the division.
That sounds like an offensive tackle, but okay.
That's his name. That's his name. That's his name. I promise you. Larry says Dougie P.
That's who I was going to go with. Honestly.
So that's three. That's three. I was going to go with Dougie P too. Yeah, I was going to say Dougie P because I think Jacksonville. I think they
look like they're already in.
I think they get 12. Yeah, I think they get 12 wins, man. I think they get 12 wins this year, and they win that division. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was quick.
yeah, I like that. Dougie P, man. Yeah.
All right. Last one. MVP.
Back to back. Back to back. That's all I'm gonna say. Vogel win it back to back, man. He the best quarterback in the league, man. Stop it, man.
No, sir.
Your ball was close.
I mean,
the ball was close, but we know who better, man. Stop.
Me personally, I know it's the player that I want to say, but I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna go to another team. I'm gonna say Joe Burrow.
You all over Cincinnati, man.
I think Cincinnati's gonna be I think Cincinnati's gonna win the AFC period. I think they're gonna be AFC champions this year.
You know where I'm going. I'm going there.
I want to. I want to. But I don't want to
jinx not even playing.
I don't. Knock on wood,
What do you mean,
man.
Jinx what? I mean, you got the landscape there. You got, it's there. It's there.
Larry, I'm waiting on you. He's the last one.
He's on.
No.
He said, so how from the Redskins.
Yes, but he was, but he at work though. You said, right?
He's still watching.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Got us in the headset walking around. He probably got us in the headset walking around.
Yeah. Tell me how, hey, Larry, how you watching, bro? Drop that. How you watching, man? What you out there doing, bro? You better be on the machinery. You know what I mean?
The order picker listening to it.
This boy in the back. He in the delivery bay. Get out my bay, bro. What you doing, man? He in your MST closet, cuz. Like, what's he doing?
He's giving me two different answers here. He's giving me Hurts. He's giving me Mahomes.
Who? Larry?
Wait. How did he put it? Did he put it like 1A, 1B?
He put Jalen ... and then he says Mahomes. Period.
Mahomes. Oh, he changed his mind.
And Larry
he wanted to say oh yeah, sure, yeah. I want to see your punches, bro. You know how they
That's crazy.
What's going on, Mike? Mike from the other GNT crew stopped in.
Yo, what up, Mike?
What's going on? Hey, listen, Jalen Hurts is winning this thing.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, look, hey, listen, man, we all predicted it, man. Just because we saying it don't mean that it's going to happen. But we love it. We love to predict it, man. Hey, Joel, I love your answer, Joel. I love it.
Listen. I don't see how he's not, but okay.
Larry says it's Mahomes. He says Mahomes, y'all. He thinks it's going to be Patrick Mahomes, which is, listen, it's
none of these. All right, listen, yeah, man. All right, obviously, football is football, man. None of who we said, players. Yes, they all could fucking win it, man. We don't know who's gonna win it, but this is like you said, this is all our predictions, man. Yeah, Hurts, he was there, he was close, he was right there. Actually, to be honest with you, to keep it a bean, I don't know if I ever talked to y'all about it, but I think he should have won it. Actually, you know what I mean? Because Mahomes won it before, and it's not that Mahomes didn't do anything that we've never seen before, but
that's the Jokic. That's the Jokic Embiid thing, though.
Nah, man. This is what I'm gonna say. No. This is why Jalen should have got it. Yo, because of the year that he had prior. The year prior, right. Mahomes. We know what Mahomes is. That's what I'm saying. It ain't like we've never seen an MVP season from Mahomes before. The leap that the boy Jalen did last year and the numbers he had, he should have won it.
This was my argument about it last year. You have his play, you have his running ability, and then he's doing it not with just Kelsey. He's doing it with AJ and Devontae, spreading the ball. He's running it. I mean, dude, they're trying to create a whole league rule change for the quarterback sneak thing that apparently nobody can stop. Because if it's 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, fourth and goal, 3rd and goal, whatever it is, you already know what they call it, a quarterback sneak, because it's unstoppable. That's an MVP player. I would like to say
Tom Brady tried doing that last year and they stopped him. I'm just saying. I remember watching. Right. I don't know who it was against, but it was like a 4th and 1. They tried doing a QB sneak, and he just stopped. Like he just
right. But what I'm saying is that's the type of player Jalen Hurts is. Like he's trying to they try to change the rule because of how unstoppable that play is. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I mean, yeah, Mahomes is great. I totally agree. I'm not discrediting anything about him, but I just feel like, I mean, they go into the bread and butter all day. Is he talking about, all right, Mom, if they need to go down and score or get a field goal, you already know what he's doing.
Right.
I mean, Hurts is out there. He's either going to run for it, pass it to Smith, Goddard, or AJ. Like, I mean, he's doing it with multiple different people.
Right.
And not only that, look at the record that we had and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And I know some will give because even with everything that happened last year, they were saying the quality of the teams that we were playing. It's not our fault the way the division is structured or who we're playing, who's in front of us. But this year, I feel if he's still doing those same things, and the schedule is a lot difficult this year, a lot more difficult than last year. So if he still does the same things, like, they can't deny him.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Hurts.
Okay. I mean, yeah, like Tom said, I didn't think it happened. I mean, who knows? We could have another kicker as MVP again.
or you know, or it could be, you know, it could be a Herbert sighting, man. You know,
I was looking at him.
You know, he might be getting popping, man. He can go off, man. So, hey, man, sky's the limit for all these dudes, man. I'm just excited for the season to start, bro. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
All right. Well, we got one more topic for everybody. We're going to talk about some fantasy a little bit. Me and Joel got their NFL fantasy drafts this past weekend. I did okay. I think Joel probably had a better draft than I did. So, Joel, what was your picks, buddy? What'd you got?
So I ended up, as you guys saw the post from the last on Saturday, I ended up with the third pick overall in a 12-man league, and it was a full-point PPR. 1 and 2 went, you know, as I talked about, Christian McCaffrey and Justin Jefferson. So I was torn between two. Obviously, Austin Eckler and Jamar Chase. And I ended up going with Jamar Chase as my third overall pick. And then on the way back, it was a couple people there. It was Jacobs, Andrews, and Devontae Smith. So before I tell you guys what I did, I'm gonna let you guys know Mahomes and Hill actually went in the second round. So I'm before my third pick. So I already kind of saw like the draft shifting to where everyone's going to start panicking and grabbing quarterbacks and stuff like that.
Because they were.
So, yeah. So my initial thought was, let me grab Devontae Smith. And if Andrews comes back, I'll take Andrews. And then I was looking at that was the three that I had targeted for my second pick. It was Josh Jacobs, Mark Andrews, and Devontae Smith. So I ultimately went with Devontae Smith. Andrews and Jacob went to the 1 and 2 picks. And then I was torn between two people. It was Olave was there and Jalen Hurts. So I ended up going with Jalen Hurts for my third pick.
Okay.
So that was my top 3 picks. And then, yeah. So that was my top 3 picks. I don't know if you want to go on your top 3.
Yeah, I mean,
go back and forth.
Mine's same thing, PPR. Although the first overall pick, the guy took Travis Kelce first overall. So right then and there it was.
So time out. How did his team turn out after he took?
Horrible. I'll just say.
He's horrible.
Just for the record, he should have watched last week's episode,
yeah,
and he would have got some good information from us.
Yeah, but I was picking number 6, and I was lucky enough that Austin Eckler dropped to me at 6. So, I took Eckler, and then coming back, I took AJ Brown.
So it was Kelce who went second. McCaffrey.
It was Jefferson, Jamar Chase as the top 3, and then
top 3,
and then Henry was the first running back taken.
Derrick?
What?
Yeah, and then Tyreek went 5th, and then I took Eckler
over CMC.
Yes.
Damn. Who did he go to? Who did he go to?
He went 7.
He went 7. To pick after me.
Who got him?
Eckler over CMC.
Yes.
You were on this podcast last week. You were on.
He don't listen either. He was on. He don't listen. have to go with the
Jesus.
Wait a minute. CMC, Offensive Player of the Year. I'm going with that.
Nah, I said Jamar Chase.
So
I had CMC in mind, but I went Chase.
So you know Herbert just got a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
You know they just got a rookie receiver, right?
Yeah.
You know they got a new offensive coordinator.
I do.
You know they're going to be a passing team, right?
Yeah, they're going to be airing it out. Yeah. Kellen Moore likes to throw the football.
Talk about versus San Francisco, traditionally running team, Kyle Shanahan, playmaking.
But who don't say CMC don't tear his knee up in like the second or third week?
Is that what you thought about, Will? Is that what you thought?
Plus, I don't know if I trust Purdy. I don't know if I trust Purdy though.
Oh my God.
You don't trust who? You don't trust who?
Purdy.
Kev, I like you, but I'm disappointed in you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Oh my God. When CMC goes off, this is gonna be a great week. Oh man.
But I took AJ Brown my next pick, and then my third pick coming back, I took DK Metcalf.
DK. So who was there? What were your options though? See, I wrote down all. Dude, I went crazy with this thing. Look, I got all my notes. Who was there before? Who were my three? How I got sniped into one of my picks.
He said I sniped.
Oh, dude, I wanted Brandon Cooks, Team 4. I'm about to pick on the way back. Dude, Brandon Cooks. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, ain't it always who you be thinking of? Like when your pick is about to come up, that player goes.
Dude, it happened to me. I think twice, which ain't too bad. Usually it happens a lot more, but oh man. So I ended up going running back there, but
yeah. I mean the second round, Mahomes went 17th. I mean, and then third round, Hurts and Allen went almost back to back, and then
that was your you said your second pick was AJ Brown, right?
Yes.
And then the third pick was DK. Yes. So who went after DK? The next three picks.
Josh Allen, Joe Mixon, and Jalen Waddle.
Who's your quarterback?
I took Lamar Jackson in like fourth round.
Oh, all right.
But then cool. I got sniped because Matt took him 3 picks. 3 picks ahead of me. He took Andrews. I was going Lamar and then Mark Andrews, but that's when I took DJ Moore. Since Andrews already got picked.
I love that pick. You already know that. I didn't get a chance to get DJ Moore. That was my 2 downfalls. I didn't get to take DJ Moore, which I wanted, and Brandon Cooks. I already told you that. He would have been a nice flex for me. Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, and man, if I could have got him, that would have been good. But all right, cool, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you want to keep on with this, but I could go over my 4th, 5th, and 6th. Obviously, I didn't have a running back at this time because I went receiver, quarterback.
Right.
So I ended up going with Madison from Minnesota. And it was weird because I had him and Javonte Williams like trying to pick between both. And I ended up with both of them because team 1 and 2 ended up. So those are my 2 running backs. They catch out the backfield. They got the load. They should get the volume. And then my 6th pick, it was between Dalvin Cook.
I got Dalvin, I think, round I took him round 8. He was still lurking, so I took him round 8. Right. He's my 3rd running back.
Yeah, he didn't make it back to me. He went between 8 and 9, I believe. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I got sniped.
It was 7 and 8.
One pick ahead of me. Someone took Kamara over me. I was about to take Kamara.
That's who I ended up taking. So just in case Madison and Williams don't pan out or whatever, I took Kittle first, and then I took Alvin Kamara after that. And then that's when I got sniped. I was trying to get my 3rd receiver, to complete the team. And then I took Khalil Herbert from Chicago.
Yeah, I took Herbert too.
And then I got Tony, Bateman, and someone's going to love this pick, Dallas Cowboys defense.
Nah, there's no defense in my league. There's no defense or kickers.
Yeah, a couple people are doing that this year.
I took Zay Flowers, I believe, it was round 10. Because once again,
Joel, your league got kickers and tight ends? I mean, kickers and defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what happened, man. I mean, the one guy took Philly defense, then it like 2-3 defense start flying off the board, and then I start looking at what was on the board and stuff like that, and I was like, man, I really gotta take a defense before, because they scored. They could get you some points. So I ended up taking Cowboys defense. I took Jameson Williams, the other guy, the receiver from Detroit. I got Bateman and Kadarius Toney. And then I got a crazy pick, and I'm mad that I ain't talked about it last week when we were talking about our sleepers. But I got him next to last pick. So it was a late round pick, but I think it was a flyer pick, but I was looking at different stats and stuff, so I got some stats on this guy that I think you guys will be interesting. But I didn't know if you had anything else to go over, Kev, before I jump into that one.
No, I didn't have anything. If you want to go ahead.
All right, cool. So the guy that I'm talking about is a receiver from the New York Giants, believe it or not, and is Isaiah Hodgins. So I know you guys are like, who the hell is this guy or whatever. So first off, he's 6'3", right? And he played a total of 8 games last year. He was tied for the team's touchdowns, which was only 4 with James, the receiver James that they have, that playmaker, Richie James, I believe his name is. He was second in receiving yards at 351. 33 catches on 42 targets, right? So I'm giving you all those stats to kind of let you know what everybody else's stats was. So you got Slayton that played 16 games, and he had 46 catches on 71 attempts. James played 17 games. He had 57 catches on 70 attempts. And he had Saquon Barkley, 57 catches on 76 attempts. And they played 16 games. So if you just double the amount of games this guy's playing, and the only factor that you got to factor in, they do have Waller in there now. But if you just doubled what he did with the games that he had, you're talking about a huge uptick for him. You know what I mean? I mean, if you just times what he had by 2, which is a little skewed because it'll be 84, but he will have 66 catches on 84 attempts. If you just doubled it, and then obviously that'll be 8 touchdowns.
Right.
But he's someone
he got some upside.
Right, huge upside. I mean, he tied the team with receiving touchdowns at 4. He had more receiving touchdowns more receiving yards than Saquon Barkley that played 16 games in 8 games. And I mean, he's just like, to me, he's just a red zone threat, like at 6'3". Now you got Waller, and then, I mean, obviously you got them rolling the coverage over to Slayton and stuff like that. But he was like a late guy that started playing and getting the time at the end of the season. And I feel good about that pick as far as, I mean, where I got him. He was the my next to last pick.
Okay.
And I just feel like he got a little bit more of a ceiling there. But he was somebody that I kind of like didn't talk about last week that I think he could have got some little time on it. But hopefully that pans out.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap things up here. We want to thank everyone so much for watching, listening, taking the time and listening to us. Is there anything you guys want to say before we close it out?
All I got, man, is everything I got every time I end this broadcast. Laugh the pain away. Tickets right now, $10. $10 hollers, man. If y'all don't follow me on Instagram, please do at Tone the Promoter. The ticket link is in my bio. $10 sale is over on Friday. You know what I mean? Price of the tickets go up $5 every week. By showtime, it'll be $30. That's equivalent to 3 tickets right now. Come on, man. Y'all can send 3 people to the show, including yourself, if you go get them $3 hollers instead of waiting the day paying that $30 and be like, Tone, we should give you the discount. Nope. It's in the link right now, $10. Let's go. Thank everybody for listening, man. Thank y'all for coming through. Great stuff, y'all. You know what I mean? I love it. I love what we bring every week, man. Let's keep building on it. And let's get it, y'all. Let's go.
Let's go. Joel, you got anything to say?
No, just thank you guys for tuning in. A couple of things we got coming up. Obviously, we'll continue to talk some fantasy stuff right before the season starts. And then, obviously, something that we talked about doing up and coming, we're going to, predict some division winners. And I'm looking forward to it. But thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Once again, G&T Sports Talk. We'll see you guys next week. Be easy.